let's chat quad versus twin. What are the differences? How's it going to feel? I get this question a lot. How do you know what's the difference between a quad and a twin? I don't know the difference. Well, essentially, twin is going to be very fast, it's going to have lots of speed and drive, and it's going to be very loose. So you're going to have heaps of response, you're going to be able to turn super easily. You do get bigger fins, counteract that missing center fin or the two quad rears. So that's the other difference, is obviously the size. The quad, you've got a lot more fin, so you've got a lot more hold and you've got a lot more traction. So essentially, if you're going to be taking off on really steep waves, the benefit of having 4 fins versus 2, you've got more fin that's going to hold and you're going to be able to trust your board better on those critical sections. So if you think about it, you've got your 2 bigger side fins and then your rear quads are typically a smaller fin. So let's look at one side of the surfboard, for example. So on a 20, you're going to have one fin on one side of the stringer. So you imagine taking off on a section that's probably a steeper wave, for example. You've got one fin to rely on and have that traction and hold so you don't slide out. Then when you go to drop in, let's say you're on the quad, now you've got a side fin and you've got a quad rear supporting you on that takeoff. So versus one fin on the side of the stringer, now you've got 2 fins on one side of the board. So when you're taking off and you're taking off in an angle or critical section, you've got 2 fins that you can rely on. What's that going to do? It's just going to have better hold and it's going to be more secure. Now, what's the difference when you're turning? Because you've got so much more surface area with a quad setup, you're essentially, when you're turning, you're either pivoting off those 2 side fins depending on where your board's at, or you're pivoting off the 2 back fins. So you've got a total of 4 fins you need to pivot and turn around. So it's, I think, a little bit more effort to get that board turning. But when you're driving, you're taking off and you're going down the line, you've got a lot of hold. You've got 2 fins, let's say you're going down the side of the wave, you've got 2 fins holding in, versus a twin, you've only got the 1. So they're the main differences. Twin, fast, drivey, heaps of release. Quad, you've got lots of hold and traction and a little bit more trust in your gear for when you're taking off on critical sections. Less chance, I would say, of sliding out. That's the difference between a twin and a quad. Hope that helped you guys today, and Surfboard Kate is out.